Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play And Then There Were None, where last time we did something, and it's now night time. I should actually know what happened. No, some people died. Someone has died. Well, arguably, 2 people have died, but that's because I know the story. Do I want to go in here? I actually have no idea what I'm meant to be doing at this point. No, I wanted to have a look in this cupboard.
It's too dark to move around in there without stumbling.
Because I'm sure there's something in that cupboard. In the cupboard in the corner in here?
I don't need to lug this around with me.
Okay.
The larder is very well stocked.
Oh, I thought I was looking at that.
It's a full sack of flour.
Okay.
I don't need it. And I'm no pack rat.
I mean, yeah, you are. You're a point-and-click adventure person. Oh, I haven't got any batteries. Okay. Do I scoop out some of the flour, maybe? What, some flour. Okay. Do I use that with the turkey baster?
That works. Just barely.
Okay, we've got a thing for... I have no idea what I've actually got. Okay.
It's a full sack of flour.
Well, it's not full because we've taken some out with the turkey baster. Okay. I have a heavy... Okay, can I scoop more out?
There are some batteries buried under here.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, you have to do it like that. Okay.
Let's hope that holds.
Okay. I've got loads of glasses. I can't remember why. Can I...
Some things once done cannot be undone. Nothing else to see about that.
Okay. So can I... Ah, okay. You know, if this were a horror story, this would be great. So we can't go in there. I assume that's a bedroom.
Whoever it is, please leave us. My wife needs her rest.
I'm sure.
Sorry about that, Rogers.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's not what I thought I was at all. Nothing there. Okay, so now we can mooch around. I'd prefer if it was just the whole thing was lit up so you could actually see better. I think that's a room.
Locked.
Can I go into one of like the side rooms or something?
It's locked fast.
Okay. Oh, sneaking around.
He's as tight as an owl. I expect nothing could wake him up. I don't think going through that would help. Either he's innocent, in which case I'd be grossly invading his privacy, or he's guilty, and surely wouldn't be daft enough to leave any evidence in his luggage.
Well, I mean, some people might be. Here's the thing, I'm fairly sure I've kind of been through a lot of these rooms already. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to...
I don't need to lug this around with me. It's a marble sculpture of an elephant.
I hope that wasn't meant to be snoring.
I don't think going through that would help.
Okay.
Either he's innocent, in which case I'd be grossly invading his privacy, or he's guilty, and surely wouldn't be daft enough to leave any evidence in his luggage.
Well, maybe. Okay. Those books are going to get wet. No, we must save the books. Or are those just bricks? I don't know. Okay. Actually, is there somewhere another way to go? Along here. Can I go further down? No, I cannot. Okay. I had this strange dream that someone kept opening my balcony door for no reason. Yeah. No, no. What a strange dream.
It's locked fast.
Okay. So I'm not entirely sure what we're meant to do. I do like the kind of torch aspect we've got here.
I'd guess Owen made sure no clocks in the house are working. This one is stopped.
Okay, so now we don't know when things are going to actually happen. Okay. Okay. Let's go through here then. Oh no, it's a light. Okay. No fear for the books then.
A hawk with a fish in its talons. The bird theme is starting to get to me.
Why do I feel that that's going to fall over and knock someone out? Ooh, a thing. We can interact with a thing. And by a thing, we're not a pack rat. We're just going to take an entire telescope. Oh dear. Okay.
That's an interesting clock. A shame it doesn't seem to work.
Yes. Hello. Thought I'd acquired everything there was to acquire.
I copied the contents into my notebook.
Into the notebook. And that was... It doesn't tell me which is the new one, does it? Vera Claythorne. Dear Miss Claythorne, I've received your name from the Skilled Women's Agency together with their recommendation. I understand they know you personally. I shall be glad to pay you the salary you ask and shall expect you to take up your duties as my secretary on August the 8th. The train is the 12:40 from Paddington and you will be met at Oakridge Station. I enclose £5 for expenses. Yours truly, Una Nancy Owen. That's the way out. This is the way into the... Oh no, that's the way out.
Locked.
I've just come from there.
Morning is coming. I'd best get back to my bed.
So have I picked on everything I need to do, or have I lost some possibilities of what I could do?
Well, I didn't get much rest, but at least I have something to show for it.
A telescope.
I'd best see if everyone has come down for breakfast.
Am I meant to have also grabbed the... I don't know what I'm meant to have also grabbed. The, maybe it was just kind of getting all the letters or something. Okay. So I don't know if I have fully explored everything. I may have missed some things. Yeah, go that way. That's not where I wanted to be. We'll go around this way, shall we? Hello.
Rogers. So sorry to hear about your wife. She seemed a good soul.
Thank you, sir. Still, one mustn't dwell on the past. There is much to be done.
Right. Very kind of you
to give me your time, Mr. Rogers.
I think we've clearly done things in the wrong order. There we go.
If what Narracott told Vera is true, and mind you, I take anything he says with a grain of salt, then they will not be sending a boat until at least Monday, even if the storm clears.
Wise to remember Narracott's the odd man out here.
Yes, thanks to you, I believe, Blore.
At least nothing else has occurred.
I hope you are correct, Miss Claythorne. However, I feel compelled to draw your attention to this table's centerpiece.
Now two are broken. How odd.
Ah, Mr. Narracott, good morning. Since Mr. Marsden won't be joining us, there is an extra place for breakfast, although breakfast itself seems to be a trifle behind schedule.
I'm afraid there is no breakfast at present. Mrs. Rogers has not been able to carry on this morning.
What's the matter with the woman? I was promised fresh apple juice this morning.
I must tell you a sad piece of news. Mrs. Rogers died in her sleep.
And we already got spoiled by that. By giving our condolences. I don't know the... Actually, no, it's going around the top, isn't it? You get in the proper way. Okay, well, we'll talk to these people. And then we'll properly give our condolences. I feel a bit bad for this. What was the cause of death?
What was the cause of death?
Impossible to say offhand.
There must be an autopsy.
I certainly couldn't give a certificate without one.
When did you find out?
When did you find out?
Rogers roused me at first light. He'd gotten up to light the stove and see to the power generator before waking her. When she didn't respond, he got me.
Can you tell when she died?
Can you tell when she died?
Without an autopsy, not for certain, but it must have been some hours ago. The body was, quite cold.
Did you hear anything in the night?
Did you hear anything in the night?
No, although it appears I should have.
Thank you for your time, Doctor.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
We know that she consumed something last night. Dr. Armstrong told us so.
I, Mr. Lombard?
You gave her a sedative.
A small dose of trial, nothing more.
Doctors have made mistakes before.
You're suggesting I accidentally gave Mrs. Rogers an overdose?
Or deliberately?
Accidentally or otherwise. One death may have been an accident or suicide, but two in the space of a few hours?
Simply outrageous, man of my standing.
Any more questions, Mr. Narracott?
Did you hear anything in the night?
Did you hear anything in the night?
I'm a very light sleeper. In future, I hope everyone will bear that in mind. Yes, several times I heard something.
You didn't investigate?
With a judge, a detective, and an amateur sleuth in the house, you hardly need my poor skills in that line. I prefer to keep watch.
The hunter in his blind?
A good analogy, Judge.
You said you recognized Owen's voice.
You said you recognized Owen's voice.
I've had time to think it over, and I'm sure I did. But I see no reason to share that information with you.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Lombard.
Yeah, that's rather suspicious. Right. Any theories about the death?
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death, Judge?
I'm afraid it confirms my opinion that there is something very wrong on this island. It occurs to me that if these two deaths were not suicides or accidents, that Mr. Owen may very well be responsible. If so, he is almost certainly on this island somewhere.
I agree. I think we should find a way off this island immediately.
Did you hear anything in the night?
Did you hear anything in the night?
Actually went in your room.
I confess I slept fitfully. Marsden's death, the storm, but I heard nothing. Possibly also due to the storm.
Understandable, Judge. Quite understandable.
Mr. Narracott, can your boat be repaired?
I doubt very seriously it can be repaired. Mr. Blore did a good job.
Steady on. I didn't know then how the land lay, did I?
So you say.
If you find a means of leaving the island or of signaling the mainland, I'm sure we would all be in your debt.
And I'm sure all of us would help in any way we could.
Here, we're never going to leave the island. None of us are ever going to leave.
What were you hinting at concerning Marston's politics?
What were you hinting at concerning Marston's politics?
Only that he'd become mixed up with some foreigners. I think that's all I'd better say at present.
I am grateful for your assistance, Judge Wargrave.
Right, okay, let's talk to the others. Any theories about the death?
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
She was a very skittish creature. And she had a shock last night. It might have been heart failure.
Her heart certainly failed to beat. What caused it to fail is the question.
Maybe your lack of eyes.
Did you hear anything in the night?
No, my sleep was quite restful.
Much obliged for your assistance, Miss Claythorne.
Did anyone notice me? You're a detective. Any theories?
You're a detective, Mr. Blore. Any theories?
I appreciate you recognizing the fact there's a professional present.
Well, I didn't go that
I'd
far.
like to know what she had to eat or drink last night before she collapsed.
Rogers assures me she had nothing whatsoever.
Of course he would say that. But see here. They've done a murder and gotten away with it. Now she's all hysterical, likely to give the show away. He's a danger to her husband, that's what she is.
Oh, I should hardly think a man would do that to his wife.
You said you knew something about the history of this island.
You said you knew something about the history of this island.
I don't know why I'm reading them
Most
out.
of the old stuff can be found in the library. Its more recent history is just as interesting, though. But I'm not inclined to divulge that just yet.
Thanks, Blore.
Like, I'd prefer if it was, instead of I don't want to divulge that, it was I don't trust you. Because I am the outsider. I'm the one person who wasn't invited. So it would make sense not to trust me. But... Any theories?
Any theories about Mrs. Rogers' death?
I'm sure Mrs. Rogers wasn't to blame. A good, loyal woman.
Did you hear anything?
Did you hear anything in the night?
I thought I heard a voice calling my name. My wife, she died several years ago. I expect it was a dream.
You said you thought you recognized Lombard.
General, you said you thought you recognized Lombard.
Did I? Yes, I expect I did. But I fail to see what business it might be of yours.
Thank you, General.
Chapter 3. 8 little sailor boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7.
Rogers didn't let his wife's death get in the way of his custodial duties. I assume everyone has gone off on their own pursuits. I should do the same.
So I didn't actually get to chat with some of them about things. Let's see.
Hello, Rogers.
Hello, sir. Was there anything you required?
Just looking around.
Okay, now.
That ham looks good.
Mrs. Rogers had a way with hams. Baked, boiled, fried, pickled, en casserole. Always a treat.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary since you arrived here?
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary since you arrived here, Rogers?
You, Narracott.
Just this, sir. This house is more like a museum than a residence. I've dusted every square inch, and I found articles left behind by many previous owners, including the Robsons, that actress, and even the Admiralty. The only owners who seem to have left no mark at all are Mr. and Mrs. Owen.
Okay.
Very kind of you to give me your time, Mr. Rogers.
Right, well, I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. Let's go and see if we can go outside. Where do I go from here? Oh no, through there, I think. Yes. Yeah, I think I was meant to go to the right there. Let's go outside. Assuming it's dried off a bit.
Nice to have a break in the weather, although I don't expect it will last.
You don't seem concerned by the 2 deaths.
I remember a text that hung in my nursery as a child. Be sure thy sin will find thee out.
So in some way, Marston's and Mrs. Rogers' sins have found them out?
Of course. I have nothing to fear. I've committed no sin. You, if your story is true, have only been protecting your brother. God's law understands such a loving gesture, even if man's law does not.
Oh, what are you knitting?
What are you knitting?
A shawl for my niece.
Quite subdued for a girl, isn't it?
It's quite subdued for a girl, isn't it?
A man would say that, of course. She is a modest child, and decent. These colors are most appropriate.
Have you seen Rogers?
Have you seen Rogers?
He's in the kitchen, I think, preparing a cold supper.
Good day, Miss Brent.
Yes, we know. We actually met him.